Previously on Raider Power, Texas Tech football.
Oftentimes defensive football, a guy that makes the play isn't always the guy that makes the tackle. And that's kind of what we try to show them sometimes. I'm doing my job and I'm doing my 111th. Well, I'm gonna go make somebody else's play instead of standing out here and doing my job. Let's hunt together and everybody do their 111th. It's like when a pack of lions go hunt. One guy gets to go kill it, we've all got to hunt it, but then everybody gets to eat. We've got to be like a pack of lions when we go out and when we play defense. And one guy can chase a gazelle around the jungle all day, but 11 of you have got a lot better chance of catching that gazelle. And ultimately, it's our job to go catch it.
We've got 7 or 8 goals that we want to meet on a weekly basis that we feel like give us an opportunity to win the game. 2 in particular usually tell a story. If you can win the turnover battle, if you turn the ball over less than your opponent.
No turnover. Explosive plays, we didn't have enough. Okay, they beat us. We only had 8 explosive plays. We got to do better than that.
And in that particular game, Nevada had more explosive plays than we did, but we won the turnover battle. And then I say, hey, here's the negatives from the game.
And we stopped ourselves. We had MAs, missed signals, dropped balls. We can overcome some of our mental mistakes. Whether it's alignment, whether it's missed signals, whether it's just a straight up MA. If we can just eliminate those guys, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. We can be a great football team. We're not right now. We're not. But we can be a great football team. Start conference play Saturday morning at 11 a.m.
Accountability. Discipline.
Let's talk about last week. Thought preparation went good last week. We grinded you pretty good.
The Nevada game was our 3rd game, and we'd played 1 at home, or 2 at home and 1 on the road. And after that, after you kind of get through your non-conference games, getting ready to start your conference season, everybody should be more relaxed. Everybody should feel a part of what we're doing.
Preparation was good. I thought that everybody was ready to go. For some reason, another thing we talked about, we look a little bit uptight when we play at home. Hey, this is a game, guys. When you play at home, that's when you really let it go because you got everybody behind you.
I think a lot of times it's because we have so many young players. And I told them that. We've got a lot of young guys on this team. They don't know how to react whether we're home or whether we're away. And it looked like we actually played a little tighter at home because a lot of times, your parents are there, girlfriend's there, you got more students, and you feel like the pressure's on you a lot more.
Pretty much looked like the Texas State game, where we looked like we were in a little bit of a funk and we just couldn't get our rhythm going. But that'll happen. You just keep playing hard, keep learning, we'll get much better.
Experience, there's not a price tag you can put on it. I mean, it's very important, and for a young team, especially like this, it's important that you go through all situations, and our first 3 or 4 games, we went through all of them.
You got to find a way to win. You learn how to win games. There were some good things, but there was a lot more things that we did wrong. But the one thing that we did do is we played hard. And if you play hard, and we talk about that all the time, good things will eventually happen to you. But you got to play hard and you got to play smart.
Yeah, well, that's kind of our theme the first part of this year because we were so inexperienced in so many places, first and second team. So many young guys playing for the first time, you're going to make mistakes. But if you're going to make a mistake, make it full speed. Because sometimes when you make that mistake full speed, you can make up for it. But if you're not going full speed, you can't make up for a mistake. So that was kind of the key for the first 4 or 5 games. We had some ups and downs.
We had some mistakes and some continual mistakes, but we had a lot more guys do things right and get after it. But good effort out of everybody. And again, nobody ever quit. Nobody ever thought we weren't going to win. I thought in the middle of the third quarter, even though they were up, 10, 14 points, I still thought we were going to win the game just because of the attitude on the sideline and just the focus that we had.
Well, if you go back and look 2 of the first 3 games, we were behind at halftime. And both of those games, both at home, we came back. We played better the second half.
We will get better, and we've got to get a lot better. Things will get tougher as we go.
We improved offense, defense, and kicking game. I thought our leadership got better. Our focus was much better.
We start conference play this week, and the focus has to be even that much more intense, and it's on the road. So we got our hands full.
We have made our share of mistakes, and we've had our share of setbacks, and we've had our share of injuries. But the thing that we've done is the guys that's been out there have tried to keep their focus, but mainly have played hard all the way through 4 quarters, and that's given us the opportunity to win some games.
Congratulations. Let's learn from the film. Let's have a good practice today.
And you spell pride, P-R-I-D-E. And so I is in the middle of pride. Now, the reason why this hits home for us as athletes.
Well, I think one of the most important things that we try to convey to the athletes on Friday night is perspective. We try to draw a correlation between what I sense the team needs for that upcoming week, and we try to bring an encouraging message on the football side, but we try to keep perspective with the big picture of life in general.
And so, gentlemen, I encourage you to put things in perspective.
He give us a message, every Friday night after dinner, and I think it's been a big part of us and a big help to us, and we take that to heart.
If someone feeds into your ego, it's easy to get caught up in pride.
I think it really helps, and I think Steve does a good job of explaining life lessons, life experiences, not just sports, but everything that he's seen.
Now, never mind the 10 other guys that helped him to score. He wanted all the fame, he wanted all the glory at that moment for himself.
So we try to bring a message that applies on the field and off the field. It's one of those things when you go through a winning streak and sometimes you begin to look inwardly and say, hey, look what I've accomplished.
And he had tremendous success, he had tremendous power, and one day he began to boast.
What's crazy is that every time we play a game, everything that he's saying applies to what we go through. Adversity, whether we win, whether it's being humble.
Anyone who operates in a spirit of pride, be assured that God will humble you.
And so we always try to take the emphasis off self, and you look at one of the greatest devices in sports is that word I. We tried to encourage the players, always think team concept, get I out of the picture, and most likely you'll win a lot more games.
Steve has been through high school and high school football. He's been through college and college football. He's been in the pros, lived that dream, had success.
And so the athlete who operates in the spirit of pride, as I stand here, you will lose 100% of the time.
And so when players come to him about a problem, he's either experienced it or seen people experience it at all levels.
So here was one of the mightiest men living on the face of the earth, and he says, I have built this.
It's very spiritual. He's been in the NFL and been there, done that, been in college. And he knows his way around, and he has experience. So a lot of guys tend to look at him, and if you need his advice, he's there. He doesn't force anything on you.
When people begin to pat you on your back and they begin to tell you the best thing since sliced bread, all right, you're doing more interviews, your name is in the paper, your family members are calling you.
And so it's so important that you've had somebody that has seen it and able to recognize it from one of our players. And it's about building relationships where players believe in you.
Now the guys, they'll come into my office, they'll talk to me in the locker room, hey chap, I need to talk to you. And that's when you know you're making headway. That's when you know it's working.
You will always keep things in perspective, and that spirit of pride can never overtake you because you acknowledge who the true giver of your gift is. We got another day of work. Hey, let's go, fellas. 1 on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey.
Welcome to Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas for this morning's Big 12 opener between your Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Kansas Jayhawks. And early for the Red Raiders and Jayhawks in this one, an 11 o'clock a.m. kick. Regardless of the start time, though, Tech's mission is clear. Get in, get better, get a win, get out.
Win on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Ready or not, here we go. But getting better every week. And I think you take another step in that direction here today against Kansas.
Boom!
Listen, talked about it last night. This is a defining moment. Define who you are, what you're about. All right, first time on a national stage, first conference game, show them what you're about. All right?
Hey, start fast, baby. Score on 3. 1, 2, 3, score!
We start today. This is what you work for. This is the reason you do all those runs and lifts and push those sleds. This is what it's about. You got to think fast and you got to play fast. Defense, you got to get lined up and you got to go. And if it's time to break down and make a tackle, you break down. You got to do what it takes to make a play. And we're going to play like the best team today. Everybody's in this together. We do it together. We pray together. We go out and play together, and we're going to fight together. Let's play fast and play smart. Let's go.
Let's go.
That's the handoff right behind that tight end to Sims, and he's got the hole, and he's got the touchdown for Kansas.
It's interesting how we started a game. You know, they were fired up, playing a home game, homecoming, new uniforms, and it seemed like we couldn't stop them.
Wide open field for Brandon Bourbon. He's coming near sideline 25-20. He's going to score. Touchdown Jayhawks.
We figured that we could beat this team if we came in and played our game, but you got to do it. And it didn't look good. You know, you don't like spotting teams 20 points.
Again, play action now on 2nd and goal. Throws middle of the field. It's caught by the tight end between 3 Red Raiders. He's got the football into the end zone. Ball is loose, but the Kansas Jayhawks have recovered. It is a touchdown for Kansas. Their 3rd score on 3 offensive possessions. 3:39 left to play in the first quarter, and Kansas now leads the Red Raiders 20.
We've been in that position before.
Yeah,
it's nothing new to us. We didn't panic. We knew it was going to be okay. And when somebody made a play, you know, we started clicking offensively, and you know, we felt like nobody else could stop us, but you know, us.
Daggy shotgun, and he hands it off to Washington. Washington lowers his shoulders. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Nice drive by the Red Raiders.
You know, I thought our kids showed some resiliency.
Hey, we got to keep it up now. Keep it up.
We talked about that on the sidelines, and our kids didn't give up. Our defense got some turnovers, and we were able to take advantage of those.
Dominate all 3.
Opening the second quarter of play. Kansas now going from right to left. That's south to north here at Memorial Stadium.
Let's go. Let's go.
2 backs now alongside in the backfield. And play action, rolls to the right, throws on the run. It's intercepted. DJ Johnson at the 40. Coming back on the far sideline at the 30. Dives down out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Red Raiders have the break here to open the second quarter.
Execution. We started executing more of the things that we were doing. When we started doing that, you know, we played harder and made a lot more plays.
Let's go now. Let's go.
25. Straight back to throw is Daggy. Flat-footed, now throws left side. It is caught over the head of one, caught by another. That's Eric Ward. He's got it down to the 20, cuts to the middle of the field, the 10-5. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
I just caught the ball, and I just, you know, instincts. It's all about instincts. I just caught the ball, and I just seen open grass, so I just ran.
Red Raiders have cut the deficit to a touchdown. 20-14, Kansas.
Hard on 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's go.
Bashir's back in there on the near side, and stepping back to throw is Webb looking for him.
That away, Q. Good. Go, Q. Go, Q. Go, Q. That a boy, Q. That a boy, Q. Good.
Well, we do this as a team. I tell everybody we got to do this as a team because you never know when your number's going to be called.
Now Real Lewis is in at running back. It's 3rd down and 11. Back goes Webb to throw. Middle of the field up high. Tipped. Intercepted by the Red Raiders. Coming back the other direction for Texas Tech is DJ Johnson, and he's got it all the way up across midfield to the Kansas 45.
Go Tech! Go Tech! Go Tech!
3rd down 10 from the Kansas 13. Empty backfield for Daggy. 5 receiver set. Steps back to throw. Looking left. Now he steps into the hole, going to try to run. No, pulls it up, throws to the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Red Raiders!
Offensively, I thought we just kept our poise.
You know, we got it rolling there, and you know, we didn't finish like we wanted to, but you know, overall, you know, we felt good about it. You know, we always felt good about coming out with a W.
From the right hash mark, left foot is into it. No, it's plenty long, and it is good. And with 7:54 left to play in the first half, the Red Raider lead now 24-20 over Kansas. To the right side, back to throw is Webb. Middle, oh, he's trying the screen left side. Lewis has a blocker in front of him. He cuts inside to the 5-yard line and into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas. That is the end of the first half of play, with the Red Raiders trailing the Jayhawks 27-24.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's get it in. You already know. Keep your mind right. Keep your head right.
This game is a game for us to win. All right, it's a game to take. Will this team to a victory.
Okay? Make sure we're moving around and being active up there with that whole thing. You got to go get them because that back's releasing outside. If they throw something, make them throw it out here. Okay, linebackers, read side linebacker.
Communicate, guards. Talk. All right, line, talk. Let's go. Tell them what's happening. Tell them what's happening. Tackle. See the bullet. Communicate it.
And I've got to be tight right here because they're trying to push this guy down and then come back out with all of it.
Do your job. Do your job. Okay? Do your job. Attack. We got to stay in constant attack mode.
Y'all go take the football game. Our offense goes and starts.
Be excited. Attack. 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 Does everybody understand me? Let's go.
Let's go now. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, we're coming out and winning this game. We're coming out and winning this game. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win.
Let's go. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win.
We're not unusual to this situation, trailing at halftime. For some reason, we start slow, but we finish fast. That all depends on how you want to do it today.
Trailing 27-24 to open the third quarter. Snapped the ball when they wanted to, held it up, and now they do. And the handoff comes near side. Running room around the corner in Kansas territory at the 45-40. It's Washington down to the 35.
We pride ourselves on being in good shape, physical shape, and we started going NASCAR.
That was the biggest factor in the game. In the third quarter, we played really fast. You know, they're not really deep on the defensive line, and we were able to play fast.
And we scored the first 2 times we had the ball, and that's what it does. It gets where defensive linemen can't even get down in a 3-point stance. So that's what you try to do.
Handoff to Stevens, dives over the pile, touchdown Red Raiders.
We get stronger as the game goes now. Let's go.
Fake handoff, pulls it back, throws left sideline, and up 4-3. Well, it's intercepted by Hubert. That ball was thrown down the left sideline. It bounced around in the air with 2 defenders from the Red Raiders. Hubert takes it.
Keelan made that big play on the interception, and that was huge.
I told Coach, whenever my number is called, Coach, I'm always ready.
When your number's called, you got to come in. We might be ahead, we might be behind, and we're expecting you to make plays, and they did that.
Hey, you got to get some speed.
Going for the end zone left side, up high for it. Oh, and a double dribble and a catch and a touchdown Red Raiders by Eric Ward. Are you kidding me?
That was a good job on both. The offense, you did a great job. You made some big plays. That was big time out there today, that last 3 quarters. Same thing. Start slow. We just kept on swinging, and when we started swinging, that ball started going over the fence, and they couldn't stop us. Offensive line, defensive line, I thought we got much improved. Much improved. All right. We will leave in 30 minutes. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3.